Okay, what's up, y'all? I don't usually do videos like this, and let me just go ahead and give this disclaimer. My girlfriend is right here doing makeup, so she got a whole lot of metal, makeup, lipstick, whatever the fuck she got, and she might be making a lot of noise, so I'm gonna try to bleed that out. But before we get into this video, I just want to say I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but this death really showed me that this death really inspired me to do this video, because I do honestly believe this was a conspired death. I don't believe that this death was just a gang violent situation. I don't think it was just a coincidence that he died where he's from. And it's easy to, point out the fact that he was a gangbanger and he could have been killed by another gang member, but I believe it's deeper than that. So before I start this video, I just want to start off by giving you the definition of capitalism. Now, capitalism is an economic and political system in which a country's trade and industry are controlled by private owners for profit, rather than by a state. Now, in smaller terms, I'm pretty sure you hear a lot of rappers talking about it, especially Kanye in the song New Slaves. He talks about like these big corporations or these people who own a lot, owning or having a piece in these privately owned prisons. If you understand what I'm saying, then you know that judges and, matter of fact, everybody's in on this. They use little black kids as, pawns, because they know that each black kid, each young adult in jail is worth about $50,000. Now, each juvenile in jail is worth about $250,000. So think about how many juveniles there are locked up. Think about how many people locked up. This is all a money-making scheme. Now, before I go any further, I just want to say rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. He was shot and killed yesterday in front of his little, if you want to call it a mini mart. He had a whole bunch of clothing stores, different type of things in the environment. A suspect ran up on him, gunned him down, shot 6 times, 5 in the body, once in the head. And he was pronounced dead at the hospital. Now, if you seen pictures and shit, you would know that he was out there taking pictures with people, fans, this and that. He was just out there, it's his home, so he's comfortable. He's not thinking about none of that shit, which is also another reason why this whole death is weird to me. He wasn't thinking about a nigga coming up and shooting him. So, the next point that I'm going to make is, let me send my condolences again to Lauren London. There's no telling how she feel. There's no telling how the kids feel. There's no telling how fans feel. There's no telling how anybody is reacting, especially if they're close to them. Now, the reason why I think this death was conspired, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys been seeing this floating around the internet about Dr. Sebi, however the fuck you want to say his name. His real name is Alfredo Bowman. He is a herbalist and a self-proclaimed healer. This guy basically found a cure for AIDS. He found a cure for most of the diseases that we go to the doctors and we get prescribed pills and different type of things. If you know about politics, then you will understand that the pharmaceutical business is one of the biggest businesses in the world. They're worth about like $943 billion, and by 2021 they're going to be worth about 1,100 billion. They're going to be worth a lot of money. And he believed, his theory was this: he always believed that whatever we're putting in our body should complement what's in our body. We know that the human body is made up of carbon, so he wanted to match what our human body was made of. So he practiced herbs and different type of diets, vegan diets, to complement our body. And he was on his 13th, when he went to trial, he was on his 13th patient that he cured.